Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida Atlantic Owls taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it.
With the carry.
6, a gain of 1.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Nolan. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Offense facing 4th down.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Offense will take over. 1st and
10. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires on the move. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To throw, it's McDonald. Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Working that left side now. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll go to the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Owls are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They move the tight end all over. To the air. It's McDonald. Got his man quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Owls!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
7, Ohio State, 0.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's McDonald coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick strike complete. Strikes the blow. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first rounder in the future.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Nolan. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida Atlantic 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Back to pass, it's McDonald. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He wants to take the top off. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
For the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Mississippi State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Take this one away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Firing to the right, complete. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They'll try the run. Discards a man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Trying to get to it. Smashes through. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Running it back, it's Washington. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Dropping back, it's McDonald. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Going up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Reeled it in and just made the house call. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And it's picked off.
First down throw. Intercepted by...
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He unleashes a long one. And the ball is picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, so close to the touchdown there, but the catch was pulled in out of bounds. It's incomplete. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. Finds the tight end. Got room at the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked him down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
At the 17-yard line. Third down coming.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Trying the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3 plays out. It's 4th down.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Just trucks through it. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Razor. Yankee blue.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Feeling some heat. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Washington. Quick step and go. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go.
Just plowing ahead. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he smashes his way through again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The Owls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Nifty little dance step. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida Atlantic 42, Ohio State 7.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Come on, set.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pocket starts to collapse. Finds us back in the middle. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call.
Got it.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Set. Hut.
He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
3:25. Flare. Flare.
Looking to throw, it's McDonald. Coming after him. And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Off play action. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. Oh, he left him grabbing. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great spot to start this drive for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
A first down run in the red zone. Smashes through. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Complete downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Gaucho, Gaucho. Double right.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to it. Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Scanning the field, it's McDonald. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He wants to throw it again. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 24 to Mississippi State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's McDonald. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's off to the races. Inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. Sends it downfield. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Come on, set.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Right on target this time. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Set. Hut.
He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Flat.
Back to the air one more time. Gets it out fast. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up a wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
The incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31.
Cricket.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Finds his target down the middle. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football. There's a live football. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times